Hey everyone, we've reached Cuyahoga Valley National Park here in between Cleveland and Akron, Ohio. And it is cold, about 35 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm not real sure what that is in Celsius, but I'll find out and post it on the screen for you. And this park basically runs north to south. Got the heavy jacket out because it's the middle of winter and most of the park is closed or on restricted hours, but we're going to head on over into the visitor center here in a second and see what we can find and see what all we can see to know about Cuyahoga Valley National Park here at the Boston Mill Visitor Center. Look at all the snow on the ground still. Whew. It is a chilly 35 degrees today. Little ski mountain over there too on that other side, if you can see it over there. Little train track here. You are not supposed to go on the train track. I don't think it runs during the winter. And look at this nice little plaza they got set up here. Lots of ice melt. Help you out. Got you a valley guide. Welcome. Get started on your visit to Cuyahoga Valley. Explore park on your own or join a ranger guided. And it's 10 a.m. So the visitor center should be opening up soon, and maybe we can even get a sticker in there. Restrooms, I would say the parking is very convenient. Give it a 10 or so. Restrooms being right there, that's another 10. So off to a good start. And looks like we've got a river, canal, and railroad town right there. Oh, nice little boot wipe feet set up here. You don't see those at every national park. Oh yeah, that's nice. Real convenient. All right, just got done with a friendly talk with the park staff. They've got me some trail or two to check out, and we will do that. You can tell the visitor center is looks like pretty up to date. Very nice, very warm in here. Lots of colors and maps and everything like that. So I'm going to grab a sticker and then we'll head out. All right, got a unique kind of sticker there. Look forward to that, to putting that on the travel case on top of the car. Just going to walk around up here around the Boston Mills Visitor Center. And then they gave me some maps of some places that I should check out. That's pretty neat. I don't know if you can see the mural down there on the underneath the bridge, but it's pretty cool. Sun's starting to poke out a little bit, so hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. Golly, they must have had a lot of snow though, still on the ground. This area is supposed to get some snow over the next week or so. Not being that far from Lake Erie. I don't know if they get the lake snow effect all the way down there. But, oh, look at this nice cutout they have. So you can take your photo through, but also keep your trash and litter out of the river. That's a really cool idea. I've never seen that before. I like that. All right, let's walk over here. I think it's just a parking lot on this side, but this is a really pretty area. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm sure in the fall it's beautiful. A little park table. No national park is complete unless they have a park and table set up down there. All right, guess we're headed back to the car parking lot. We will see you when we get there. All right, I'm back over by the parking lot, and this is one of the little train stations for the Boston Mill area. And I mean, I bet there in the summer, spring, that's a nice little deal sitting out here waiting for the train. That would be something interesting to do. May have to put that on the list of come back and check it out, but that would be really relaxing. And then obviously they don't want you standing on the track. The sun did come out for a little bit, made it feel a little better. Oh yeah, paved steps. This is my type of trail right here. Perfect. And ooh, a little bit of ice. And not too bad. We managed that obstacle with no problems. You can lock your bike up there. Brandywine Falls Trail, Stanford Trail. Man, look at that ice on it real fast though. Probably need some type of ice cleats or something along those lines, or maybe not. Yeah, you do. It's pretty icy. So this is kind of cool though. This kind of makes you feel like you're out in nature. And let's see here, closed above, stable fence, we can do that. So still got the snowpack on it. Down this nice bridge. And I want you to stay on the boardwalk, which it helps protect the fragile mosses, lichens, ferns of the Scenic Falls Ravine. I think that's a reasonable request, folks. Oh yeah, should have worn some snow boots or something. And you can tell, look how high up we are up here. Got the river down below there, or stream, or whatever they call it. But not a bad day for a little winter escape, I guess. It is chilly though. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the view down there, but it is, it's something. It's pretty and it sounds really pretty too. The park ranger there in the visitor center may have known exactly what they were talking about when they looked at me and said, yep, this guy needs a paved boardwalk trail. All right, looks like my first decision point. Do I want to try to tackle the stair? Okay, good. They've already made the decision for me. It's closed. Prevent accidents. Above and below the falls. Stay behind fence. Good. I don't like when you have to make decisions like that at a national park that you've never been to. So let's keep walking down this. A winter wonderland. I'm not sure what that is. I don't think that's native to that tree, which is unfortunate to see. Yeah, wow. That's pretty cool. This is definitely my type of hike. And I'm not sure how well you can see it through the trees, but we'll keep walking closer to it. But it looks pretty cool from a distance. All right, walking up to our first sign here. Nice little open space here to stop, take a breath from that strenuous hike. Forgotten Village of Brandywine. So, wow, yeah, a lot going on here, it looks like. And, ooh, look at these falls. That is amazing. That is really high up there. And that was worth it to come over here. I'm glad I took the recommendation. I'll say this is a 10/10 recommendation to come and visit. That is pretty interesting, though. You think about it, it's January, and there's still just water just moving right along, doing what waterfalls do. I'm going to see if I can get just a little closer here and walk on down this path a little bit farther. Oh boy, this one looks a little challenging. Nice little handrail here. Whew. Navigated it with no problems. And here's another one. Oh yeah, it looks snow-packed. I'm sure people in Colorado or other areas that deal with a lot of snow are probably finding this humorous, but if you're not used to snow-packed, snow-covered trails and those type of things, it's a little bit of a obstacle. And we're gonna come down here. Oh, good. And there's ice too. Oh boy, about bit it on that one. Oh man, look at this action. Yeah, the old tennis shoes might have not been the best bet for today, but that's what we have. So, Champion Electric Company. Raging waterfall. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Well, we're going to head back up. But that was definitely worth the hike over here. And we'll make our way back to the car carefully and head off to the next area. And have ended up at the Ledges Trail. Sure, that's nice during the warmer months to relax at. Picnic tables, all kinds of stuff going on. Road conditions, decent. Nice little winter walk in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. All right, after consulting the map, I'm gonna head off this way around the ledges. It's a big circle, and these trees are something else. The sign back there said they enjoy the cooler environment, and this is plenty cool, I would say. There's supposed to be a cave down this way. I believe it is closed, but it would still be neat to see the entrance. I guess the nice thing about visiting the national parks in middle of winter is not just a whole lot of people out here, for sure. All right, and here it says, stay back from the edge. Footing is hazardous, and it certainly looks like that, so we will do that, just that. As you can see, it looks like some people have not heeded that warning, or maybe those are animal tracks, but let me see if I can get you close enough there. Oh yeah, it's pretty looking. Snow, rocks, trees. Okay, let's continue on the Ledges Trail. Oh, that's a pretty neat little view. And don't see, well, yeah, do see a track or two. Looks like somebody needed a better view of it. It is unique that this is hard to imagine that this is located between two fairly big sized cities of Cleveland and Akron. Just to think you're so close to such a big metropolitan area, and here you are out in the wilderness, nature. I bet the people of Cleveland really like visiting out here. I'm sure if I was from this area, I would do the same. There's some more of those ancient markings. Most of the trees have those. All right, man. This has been the hardest part so far here to navigate. Like I said, I only have tennis shoes on. Do not have proper hiking boots. Another failure by myself for some proper planning on this. That's a neat little rock situation we've got here. And we're coming up to another sign that says the Ledges Trail. 1 3/4 mile loop, or the Happy Days Trail. Oh boy, choices, choices, choices. That looks really pretty that way. And that looks neat as well. I may have to forego seeing the cave and just take the Happy Days Trail around. Mile 3/4. You know what? It's not every day you're out here in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park, so I'm going to look at taking the longer loop around, I think. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, this is neat. Got some running water down here. Nice little creek action. Look at these unique rock formations. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, neat little setup. Looks like some icicles right there. That's pretty cool looking. All right, if I had to guess, I'd say we're probably about a half mile in on the Ledges Trail. and really hasn't been all that bad. A little slick in some spots, but you'd expect that in January. Bridge was easy enough to walk over, and it's not just a whole lot of rocks or anything crazy like that. This has been a pretty easy trail, pretty relaxing too. Have ran into a few other hikers, winter outdoor enthusiasts, I guess you could say. So, but that, you know, compared to summertime when you're out here is really not all that bad. All right, after you cross the road, as you're on the Ledges Trail still, it comes up to where there's some men and women's facilities and some park benches. And it looks like the overlook, the trail overlook, is up here. And you still got the mile loop you can do. But we're going to go check out the overlook. This is really pretty, by the way. This is not a bad hike at all. And then, of course, as soon as I think that, see some icy spots and rocks and all those type of jazz. And not quite seeing a marked path. I'm going to say we probably need to keep going this way. And folks, I'm no expert on overlooks, but I'm going to say this is probably the overlook, or at least really near it. It's very pretty. I can only imagine what the fall foliage looks like. Wintertime, not a lot of trees, and it's kind of hard to see into the valley below. You can tell I'm a little out of breath too. That's my own doing though from walking this. I'm going to walk down a little farther and see if there's some more overlook to see. But what a neat little area. Some more picnic tables over there too. Set up some lunch. Okay. All right. There's more rock formations. I don't think I have deviated off the path. There are other people's footprints up here. And more some rock overlook. Not going to get real close to the edge just because of the ice and snow. And not looking to visit the regional hospital with a potential fall. So this is the extent of the overlook I'm going to give you here today, if this is the actual overlook. Oh yeah, you know, the trail continues down in there, the Ledges Trail, but I am really good on the amount of hiking I've already done today. I know some folks in the hiking community may find that laughable, but I'm good for today's note. So I'm going to start making my way back to the parking lot. The nice thing is you can walk through the park entrance road to get back, which will save you some time of having to walk back through the Ledges Trail again. So I'm not sure if I quite saw the icebox cave, but what I did see was pretty cool. Okay, so here's the part where you can either keep going back on the trail or you can take the shortcut back to the parking lot. And we are just going to walk back on the road to the parking lot. But that was a pretty cool experience. Definitely felt one with nature, one with the snow nature. Did not see any rabbits or anything along those lines. I'm sure everybody's pretty much hibernated. But we've got this little short walk back to the car. And we're going to go check out a couple other places in the park on the map. I think that'll be the end of the hiking for the day. All right, so this is called Kendall Lake, and this is going to be our last stop in the southern and middle part of the park. And we're going to head up next, kind of the northern part. There's a covered bridge or two that we're going to try to see. This was only just a few minutes away. This trail is really icy and slick, and so I'm not real sure how far we're going to go out on it, but just kind of wanted to come down and see the lake. And it looks frozen over. Maybe easier to walk in the snow. Yes, much easier to walk in the snow down here. Sure, during the summer and spring, that's a nice little bridge to walk out to. I'm not going to risk it today. Looks like we got some surveying going on here down today too. Some sticks so they know where to shovel at. Oh yeah, this is a pretty little lake. And a little area down here. Oh yeah. Yeah, not sure if you can fish in here or what the extent of the use is. All right, so on our trip north here, we're making a quick stop at the Everett Covered Bridge. It's still in the south part of the park. There's a nice little parking lot, and then you've just got to walk out to this covered bridge. All right, that was actually only about a 3-minute walk over from the parking lot, so not bad at all. Originally, I thought this was a bridge we were going to drive across, but it looks like it's a walking bridge. And we got some signage up here. We'll take a look at it and see what we got. Okay, looks like the Everett Covered Bridge, a little history here on it. The reconstructed Everett Covered Bridge stands as a reminder of a common 19th century Ohio scene. It's the 1869 Smith Truss design. Ohio led the nation with over 2,000 covered bridges. Wow. So I'm just going to walk up here and we'll take a look at it. And then, of course, it looks like there's some really good trails or anything like that if you're interested in more hiking, walking. Those are some unique tree flowers. Not really quite sure what they are, but this is the reconstructed Everett Bridge. Covered bridge here. Looks like there's some trail down to the water. You can make it. And yeah, might as well. We're here. We might as well go ahead and walk across it. So if we're ever asked, have you walked across the reconstructed Everett Trail Bridge? I can say yes. Yes, I have. And that'll be an honest answer. It's pretty neat, though. Looks pretty icy and slippery on this side of the bridge, so I'm not going to go just real far, but yeah, lots of good hiking trails. It's kind of a big theme for this national park. Walking trails, those type of things. And the covered bridge again, so we'll head back across the bridge. So now if I've been asked if I've ever crossed the covered bridge twice, I can say, yes, I have crossed the covered bridge twice. All right, everyone. So I had planned to see a couple more stops in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. It took about 30 minutes to get up to this area. I had to go back on the interstate, and this is actually in the Cleveland Metro Parks. This is the Bridal Veil Falls overlook, and I think this is going to be my last stop for the park tour. I'm going to have to see where exactly this is at. I don't think it's very far, but this has definitely been an interesting park, national park to visit, just based on how spread out everything is, and the fact that, again, it is such near an urban area. I'm going to go over here and see if this is the actual trail. I was trying to look at the markers, and I was kind of struggling to see exactly where I needed to go to access the overlook, but this looks like it's got some good markings on it. Bedford single track, Friendship Trail. So, yeah, it does look like that drops down in there. Yeah, and I'm probably going to stop up here. This looks kind of snowy and icy, and looks like a great time in the spring or summer or even fall, but I'm going to not head on down there. I'm going to just stop right here. And I hope you enjoyed this episode of Roadside Oddities. Got a lot more stops planned over the next couple weeks. And yeah, if I don't think the Cuyahoga Valley National Park is a must visit. I think in your area, it's great to stop in and kind of see some things. You definitely have a wide variety from trails to train stations to anything else you're really looking for. And I think when I'm back in the area, I may have to stop in here sometime during the summer and kind of check it out. Some of the other locations I didn't get to, they had about 12 points of interest as far as places to stop and check out. All right, we'll see you on down the road. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching.